Hello friends, welcome to our channel HM Joshi and welcome to the third video lecture of soil mechanics and second video lecture of the index property of the soil. Friends, now we will cover the further part which has left in the previous video, index property part 2. Now we will start from the index property particle size analysis. So friends, in the particle size analysis, two types of particle size analysis. Now, first of all, I will tell you what is the particle size analysis. So, friends, according to the size of the various soil, we will classify the different types of soil according to their grain size. So, it is called the particle size analysis. So, from the according to the grain size, we will classify the different type of soil and we will analyze the different type of soil according to their size. So the analysis is called particle size analysis. Okay, so first one is according to the size. First one is a sieve analysis and the second is a sedimentation analysis. Friends, I have written here that I have written here that according to the size, if the particle size is here is mm, if a particle size is less than 0.075 mm or 75, this one is 75, this one is 75 micron. Okay, if the particle size is less than 75 micron or 0.075 mm, then we will go for the sedimentation analysis, and if the particle size is less than 0.75 micron, then it is a fine soil. We will see it soon. Okay, if a particle size is greater than 75 mm, 75 micron, then we will go for the sieve analysis. Okay, in the further sieve analysis, there are two type of sieving. First one is a coarse sieving and a second one is a fine sieving. Okay, if a particle size is greater than 4.75 mm, then it is a coarse sieving, and 4.7, if less than 4.75 mm, then it is a fine sieving. But 4.75 up to what? Up to 75 micron. Okay. Now in a fine sieving, there are two further type. First one is a dry process and another one is a wet process. If we have a more fineness in the particles or a clay, then we go for the wet analysis, and if the small amount of fineness, then we go for the dry process. Okay, according to the size, and in the sedimentation analysis, there are two standard methods: pipette method and a hydrometer method. So according to the size, here we have the chart. Okay, here we have the chart of the various types of the soil. Okay, the first one is fine grain soil, and this is the first one, fine grain soil, and another one, this is a coarse grain soil. And apart from that, it is not considered as a this is a fine soil, it is a coarse soil, and third one is not considered as a soil. Okay, so if the particle size is less than, it is a boundary. Okay. It is a boundary between a fine grain soil and a coarse grain soil. So here is a boundary between fine grain soil and a coarse grain soil. It is a 75 micron, or we called as a 0.075 mm. Okay, because 1 micron is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 mm. Okay, so here is the particle size range, and you have to remember this table according to the size, which clay size, which soil has a size range. You have to remember it. If particular soil have a size less than 2 micron, then we call it a clay. If a particle has a size between 2 to 75 micron, then we called it as a silt. Okay, so silt and clay are categorized under what? Are categorized under the fine grain soil. Okay, now we go for the coarse grain soil, and in a coarse grain soil there are three subtypes, but you should not, or you don't remember it. You don't have to remember it. Okay, so if the particle size or a clay soil particle size is a range between 75 micron to 4.75 mm, then we call it what? We call it a sand. Okay, if a particle size greater than 4.75 and less than 80 mm, then we categorize that type of soil as a gravel. Okay, if greater than 80 mm, then we call it a cobble, and if greater than 300 mm, then we call it here it is not covered, but I am writing here, it is called boulder. Okay, it is boulder. Okay, if greater than 300 mm, then it is called boulder. If between 80 to 300 mm, then it is cobble. If 4.75 to 80 mm, then it is called gravel. Okay, so please remember that if a particle size greater than 80 mm, then it is not considered as a soil. Okay, if less than 80 mm, then there are three types. If between 75 micron to 80 mm, then it is coarse grain soil, and if less than 75 micron, then it is a fine grain soil. And there are two types of fine grain soil, clay and silt, and there are two type of coarse grain soil, sand and gravel. Okay, cobble and cobble and boulder are not considered as a type of soil. Okay, now we again we again back to the sieve analysis. Now what is a sieve? So I have written here the what is sieve, that IS sieve have a square size opening. Okay, IS sieve has a square size opening and size of mm and micrometer. In a coarse sieving, okay, I have said that in that type of particle size we go for a coarse sieving. If a particle size greater than 4.75 mm, we go for a coarse sieving, and less than 4.75 mm, we go for the fine sieving. Here I have write it. Okay, here is a coarse sieving and here is a fine sieving. Okay, fine. So in the coarse sieving there are four types of sieve used: 80 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm and 4.75 mm. So now in the any type of sieve analysis, a coarse or a fine, uh, there are there is a mechanism followed is of this type. Here is the various type of sieve according to their opening size. Okay, and here is the different type of the soil according to their size. Okay, it is a fine soil, then it is a coarse soil, etc. Okay, and here is the square size opening, various square size opening. Okay, and here is the mechanism called mechanical shaker. Now different type of soil, different type of sieves. Okay, suppose it a 4 point suppose suppose it is a 4.75 mm sieve size, then it is suppose it is a 80 mm size sieve, and then it is 20 mm, then it is 4.75 mm. Okay, in that form there are various type of sieve. Now in the mechanical shaker, various type of sieve is put one above the other, and top sieve has a maximum square opening size, then there is a size less than 80 mm. So the top one sieve has a maximum size. Suppose this is a 80 mm. Then there is a 20 mm. Then there is a 10 mm. Suppose then there is a 4.75 mm further on. Okay. So according to the that, here is the figure: 80 mm, 40 mm, 20 mm, 10 mm, and a 4.75 mm. Okay. So according to the this, various sieves are putted one above the another according to their square opening size. Okay. So here is the table where is a data sheet for the sieve analysis. Total weight of the dry soil sample is suppose 1000 gram, and weight retained on the 4.75 mm is 200 grams. Weight passing through 4.75 mm is 80 mm. Here is the two type of analysis is explained: fine grain and a coarse grain. Okay. So here is the in this table particle size. Here is this, then weight retained in the gram in a particular soil. Suppose of in a coarse grain analysis of a 100 mm size, weight retained on 100 mm size. Okay, here is the weight retained on a 100 mm size is something, then weight retained on 63 mm size is something, 20 mm is a something. Okay, then we have to find percentage retained. How we can find the percentage retained? According to the percentage retained on a particular sieve and divided upon total weight taken. Okay, so according to this formula, we can find the cumulative percentage retained is equal to total weight retained on the ith sieve divided by total weight taken, and percentage cumulative percentage retained plus percentage finer than I sieve is equal to 100 minus cumulative retained. Okay, percentage finer is equal to 100 minus percentage retained, because total summation is what? 100% the total weight taken. Okay, so from this we have to plot this graph. Percentage passing or percentage finer is equal to 100 minus percentage retained. Okay, it means that how much amount of percentage is passing from the all sieves. Okay, so we have to plot the percentage passing versus particle size in mm on a log scale. So this graph is on the semi log scale paper. Okay, and it is called as a particle size distribution curve or a grading curve. Please remember that which versus which the particle the grading curve is drawn. So percentage passing versus particle size in a mm, and on a x-axis particle size is taken on a log scale. So this graph is on the semi log paper. Okay, so now we understand what is D10, what is D30, and what is a D60. So I have explained you the percentage passing. If you have any doubt, please comment on the comment box and ask me. Okay, I will explain. So here is the D10. These three sizes: D10, D30, D50 also, and D60. There are four type of size are very important. So I have explained here what is D60, what is D10, what is D30, what is D50. Okay, I have also drawn the percentage passing versus a particle size on a logarithm scale. Okay, graph. So here I will written that D60 is a size below which 60% particles are finer than this size. Okay, so what is mean that uh, I am explaining. Then what is D10? So D10 is also called as effective size, and it is also mean that below which 10% particle are finer than this size, and D15 is what the 50% particle are finer than this size. And what is D60? That 30% particle are finer than this size. So I am explaining that. Uh, please listen it carefully. Here is a D10 size, and the plot, our plot is versus percentage passing versus particle size on a log scale. So if I am telling you that particle size percentage passing, okay, this plot is of percentage passing. Then D10 is what? D10 is that this percentage are a 10 percentage, and this plot is what? Particle size. So if I am telling you that on a semi log scale, then 1 mm is a particle size, then I will tell you that if we are taking 100 gram of a total sample, then we have a 10 gram of such particles which have size less than 10 gram if we have D10, okay, 1 mm. Understand? If we are talking about D30, then 30% particles are such that which have a size less than, here is the what size is derived. Okay, and same will be applicable for the D60 and D50. Okay, if any doubt, please ask on the comment box. D50 also called as a average size. Further important further important concept is here. Please understand this. It is very important. Okay, if we plot if we are looking for the particle size grain size distribution curve on a semi log scale. If Now here is a what? Here is a grain size distribution curve on a semi-log scale. So here I have written and draw on a graph which shows the different type of soil according to the nature of the curve. Okay, so please listen it carefully. It is very important concept. Here is the first. Consider the first graph. Okay, consider the first graph 1. Okay, consider the first one graph. It is written here well graded soil. Okay, here is a second graph. Okay, here is a second. It is first, and it is a third one. Now look carefully the first curve of a well graded soil. Now it is how it is named well graded soil. I am explaining. Okay, here is the plot of on x axis. Here it is a particle size, and in this particle size it is the well graded soil curve. So in well graded soil, certainly all particle size are present. Okay, there is no missing size, and all particle size are present almost in a equal proportion. Okay, so it is a well graded soil. There are no particle size missing. There are no particle size missing, and there is a no more amount of one particle size. Okay, so there is a presence of every particles. Okay, so it is called a well graded soil. Now let's explain the uniformly graded, or also called as a poorly graded soil. So by looking to the poorly graded soil curve, it is a flat curve. Okay, so what it is shown, then almost one particle size. Okay, consider that it is a 30 so almost 30 size particles are present. No another particle size are present in this curve. Okay, so it is what poorly graded or a uniformly graded soil. Why uniformly graded? Then almost one type of particles or a one size of the particles are present in a uniformly or a poorly graded soil. Okay, now third one is a gap graded soil. Why it is gap graded? Because looking forward to the well graded soil, if in well graded soil I draw some flat portion in that curve, it is shown that certain size are missing in that part. Okay, so this this curve this size is present and this size is present, but there is a horizontal portion which shows as there is a no particle size over this range. So there is a missing size over this range. Okay, so it is called gap graded curve. There is a gap in between of a certain particle size. Okay, so it is called gap graded curve or a gap graded soil. It is called hump. Okay, now according to the D60, D10 and D30, there are two coefficient. You have to remember that uniformity coefficient and a curvature coefficient. So uniformity coefficient is a measure of a particle size range, and coefficient of curvature shows the or represent the shape of a particle size curve. Okay, uniformity coefficient is equal to D60 upon D10. Okay, uniformity coefficient is what? D60 upon D10, and a curvature coefficient CC is called D30 square upon D30 square upon D60 into D10. According to the uniformity coefficient and curvature coefficient, we can find which type of soil. Okay, so almost for a uniformly graded soil, Cu is between 1 and 2, and generally Cu is greater than 1. For the uniformly graded soil, Cc is 1. Now for a well graded soil, if Cu is greater than 4 and Cc is between 1 to 3, then it is gravel. If Cu greater than 6 and Cc between 1 and 3, then it is sand. Okay,